everybody. So I'm just popping on here real fast to give a quick 5-month update post craniectomy and C1 laminectomy. So I am overall doing well. I'm doing like completely better than I was before I had the surgery. I still have some symptoms, like I've explained before. It wasn't like some miracle, but it did help me to be able to function again. I am able to do things around my house for my family with much less pain than I was attempting to try to do everything in this time last year. And I am so grateful for that. It allows me to be able to try to enjoy the time that I have with my husband and children and all of my loved ones, and I am so grateful for that. Now, as far as what symptoms I do still have, I do still have lower back pain, but it's not constant and it's not nearly as severe as it was. So when I feel that pain, it's when I'm up doing things for maybe longer than I should be. So, more than a couple hours up on my feet doing different things, it's going to start hurting me. Or if I'm trying to do things that requires more of a heavy lifting, it's going to hurt me a little bit sooner. Or if I'm sitting too long or standing in one spot too long, bending the wrong way, or kind of oddly, all those things will create pain in my lower back. Sometimes it's more of like a constant ache. Sometimes it's kind of like a pulling pain / kind of sensation. The pains I feel, as the few people who actually watch these videos, I'm sure you can understand, the pain feels differently at different times. So my pain doesn't feel the same way in the same spots of my body constantly. It varies. And that's kind of true with my lower back pain too. I do still have upper back pain. It's not as much as I was having closer to the craniectomy. It definitely has decreased. I don't know if it's just because of time away from the craniectomy, or maybe it's because I did start physical therapy, and I've been working on different upper body strength exercises that were kind of working out my arms and upper back carefully. I think that definitely benefited. I noticed that the upper back pain I was having did start to decrease, which it didn't really seem to me like it would because of the kind of pain I was feeling. It felt like it would probably be bad maybe for me to do that, but in my situation with the careful upper back exercises and arm exercises I was doing, it has seemed to be beneficial so far. I am also trying to continue to be careful about what I eat. For the last several years, I've been trying to be gluten and dairy free. I'm trying to do kind of like an anti-inflammatory thing. I took a little bit of a break and tried to just do the Mediterranean stuff, so I was eating some dairy. I was eating dairy again, and I didn't really like the way I felt. I felt kind of like heavy and just when I was eating it. I love dairy. I love cheese. But I've kind of modified that a little bit more. I don't eat dairy unless it's on like a rare occasion. If I'm at a family member's house and it's like they made a special treat or something and I don't want to be offensive, will eat like the dessert with everybody else, and it doesn't hurt me or anything. But for the most part, I try to stay away from dairy with a few exceptions. So a high protein diet I found is very important, because with our conditions, it can help our muscle health and everything, to make sure that we're trying to stay a healthy weight and exercise and move the muscles, but also protein will help with our muscles as well. So it's important to eat a high protein diet from the research I've seen. I'm not an expert on anything, So if you've seen something else and you're trying something else and it's working for you, please share it. I will try to, leave the comments so that I can review them and then allow them. This is, I'm a very private person, but I'm sharing this, my experience with everyone just because I know how helpful it was for me to see those experiences. But I like to just kind of view them before I, allow them to be posted, because I have never even shared that I'm doing this with my family members besides my husband and my children. No, but if, let's say, a family member did come across it, I wouldn't want them to comment my name or, personally identifiable information. I guess I'm just a weirdo like that. So I just like to view everything before I allow it to be comment, the comment to go through. But I will try to leave the comment section open on this if you have suggestions and things that are working for you that you've tried or that you've heard and you think you want to try that's different from what I've said. Please share it. I'm open to learning and from other people too, because it's a learning process. I'll probably end up trying different things many times throughout my life, trying to deal with these things. So, but that's what I'm trying now, is high protein, anti-inflammatory diet. I'm staying away from gluten and dairy, except for high protein dairy like Greek yogurt. I will eat cottage cheese on occasion, the skim milk or low fat cottage cheese, I guess, or whatever. I like cottage cheese with pineapple and pepper on it. I don't know if anybody else likes that, but I learned that from my grandma, and it's so good. My kids think it's disgusting, but it's surprisingly very good. You should try it. Anything other than that, that is pretty much all I'm trying now. I'm also trying to walk a couple days a week at least. Ideally, I'd like to go for at least a mile walk every day, but I don't get it in every day because sometimes it's raining, sometimes I might not feel good, or something's going on, I'm too busy, or something like that. But I'm trying to get a walk in at least a few days a week for a mile, and I am trying to lose weight because obviously they say that excess weight can, kind of exacerbate symptoms. I've struggled with my weight my whole life. I've always been a careful eater, but my body doesn't always reflect the way I eat. I've never been working out all the time or anything either, but still, I eat very healthy, a lot healthier than most people do that I know. But so yeah, that's where I'm at right now for my 5-month update. I don't really have a lot else going on to update about. I do see my neurologist at the end of this month, and we'll just kind of go over pain control and symptoms like that with him. I do have a lot of symptoms that I think could be related to other conditions that we'll just kind of have to jotting them down, and I'll discuss with them and see what else could possibly be going on. I have a lot of pain in my joints throughout my body, and with the pain in the lower back, I do suspect possible tether cord that went unnoticed, and so I'm trying to. We'll see how that goes. I still am hugely improved from where I was before, so definitely have no complaints. I know that I needed to have the craniectomy when I did. I was deteriorating very, very quickly, and I couldn't function anymore, so I'm grateful I had it, and I know I needed it, but I do think there could be some other things going on that maybe went unnoticed that could be helpful to just eventually make sure isn't an issue or isn't going to cause issues that could maybe be the root, more of a root cause too of the condition. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. I'm thinking about that. I'm doing more research on tethered cord. I don't know a ton about it, But I am looking into that as how it can be related to Syringomyelia and Chiari, and actually often goes unnoticed in many people. So that's something to think about too, if you maybe have Syringomyelia and they haven't found a cause for it, idiopathic Syringomyelia. If tethered cords went unnoticed by the neurosurgeons, you may want to think about trying to find a specialist in the tethered cords. So I would do more research on that, because it is something I've heard a lot of people saying goes unnoticed. And I don't have a lot of information on it, because it's something I am also just kind of looking into and keeping in the back of my mind. But I think it's probably beneficial to just be aware of that for everyone. So anyways, I hope that everybody is doing all right, and I hope this is helpful, and you have a good rest of your day.